If you've been wondering whether hormone replacement therapy or menopause hormone therapy is safe, effective, or right for you, today's episode is essential listening. We're diving deep into what HRT really is, what the research says now, and the truth behind the 2002 Women's Health Initiative study, the one that scared millions of women, changed how doctors prescribed hormones, and left decades of confusion in its wake. And I'll share my own story, because after 10 years of struggling through perimenopause the natural way, I learned firsthand how misinformation about HRT can delay life-changing help. Let's set the record straight and replace fear with facts. Welcome back to Hot and Healthy Menopause. I'm Nicole Van Hattem, your menopause coach and your retreat-loving guide through this midlife adventure. My HRT journey, from natural approaches to advocacy. When perimenopause hit, I did what many of us do. I tried to handle it naturally. I focused on nutrition, gut health, therapy, reducing alcohol and caffeine, mindfulness, and even made big changes to my relationships and living arrangements. And you know what? Those choices did help. My sleep improved, my energy came back, and my overall well-being lifted and my quality of life improved. But no matter what I did, I just couldn't get a stable handle on the anxiety and depression that had crept into my life. It eventually led to a trip to hospital, and that was my wake-up call. After doing my own deep research, I requested to try hormone replacement therapy. It wasn't an instant fix. It took a full year to find the right combination and balance. But when we did, the results were dramatic. Within days, my depression and anxiety were gone. The heavy emotional weight I'd carried for years just lifted. And here's the thing. I had initially discounted HRT because of all the negative press. It was never once offered to me during 10 years of reporting symptoms to medical professionals. In the end, it was self-education and self-advocacy that got me here, and it completely changed my life. That's why I'm passionate about this conversation, because misinformation has held too many women back from the help they truly deserve. What is HRT, MHT? HRT replaces the estrogen and progesterone that decline during menopause. It can dramatically reduce hot flashes, night sweats, anxiety, brain fog, and vaginal dryness, and even protect your heart, bones, and brain long term. There are over 50 different combinations: tablets, gels, patches, vaginal creams, or implants. Finding your formula is personal, and patience is key. It can take 3 to 6 months for your body to adjust. The Women's Health Initiative. What really happened? Let's go back to 1998. The Women's Health Initiative, the WHI, was launched, the largest study ever to examine how HRT affected heart disease, cancer, and bone health in postmenopausal women. It sounded promising, but the study's design created confusion that still ripples through women's health today. The study design. Over 27,000 women were enrolled. Those with a uterus received conjugated equine estrogen, CEE, plus medroxyprogesterone acetate, or MPA, older synthetic hormones, not the modern body-identical ones used today. The average participant was 63 years old, more than a decade past menopause. Most were asymptomatic, meaning they weren't actually experiencing menopause symptoms. After about 5 years, the researchers saw a small increase in heart disease and breast cancer in the combined HRT group and stopped the trial early in 2002. The media headlines were sensational. HRT causes cancer and heart attacks. Overnight, women threw out their prescriptions. Doctors stopped prescribing. Fear spread faster than facts. The fallout of fear. The results were devastating. Millions of women worldwide stopped HRT overnight. Symptoms came roaring back: insomnia, hot flashes, mood swings, and crippling anxiety. Worse still, rates of osteoporosis fractures and cardiovascular deaths increased in the years that followed. The message was simple but wrong. HRT is dangerous. The reality behind the results. In the years that followed, scientists took a closer look at the WHI data and found major problems. The women studied were older, averaging 63, well past the typical menopause age. Starting HRT a decade after menopause carries very different risks than starting it around the time your period stops. Only one outdated hormone combination was tested, not the safer, modern, body-identical forms used now. Transdermal estrogen and micronized progesterone weren't part of the study at all. So the WHI didn't study today's HRT or the women who benefit most from it. The findings were misapplied to all women and the media failed to explain the nuance. What later research found? When researchers later reanalyzed the data by age and timing, everything changed. Women who started HRT within 10 years of menopause actually had fewer heart attacks and lived longer. The estrogen-only arm of the WHI in women without a uterus showed a lower risk of breast cancer than women who took none. A 2012 Danish study confirmed that women who started HRT right after menopause had less heart disease and lower mortality. Unfortunately, the positive data never made the front page. The fear stuck, and too many women missed out on years of vitality and protection. The human cost of misinformation. Because of that one misunderstood study, HRT prescriptions dropped by more than 60%. Millions of women were left to struggle unnecessarily. Many doctors were trained to avoid HRT entirely. And even today, women still hear, "You're too old for HRT. It's too risky. Just put up with it." That outdated narrative is costing women their health, their confidence, and their joy. The truth? When prescribed appropriately, HRT is safe, effective, and transformative for most women. Modern HRT. Safer, smarter, personalised. Today's HRT is not your mother's HRT. Body-identical hormones like 17-beta estradiol and micronized progesterone are plant-derived and molecularly identical to your body's natural hormones. Transdermal delivery, patches, gels or sprays bypass the liver and reduce clot risk. Micronized progesterone, like utrogestan, supports sleep and mood with minimal breast cancer risk in the first 5 years. It's individualised, evidence-based and far safer than what was available in 2002. Balancing benefits and risks. When started early and tailored correctly, HRT can relieve hot flashes, night sweats and brain fog, stabilise mood and reduce anxiety, protect bones and joints, support heart and brain health. Some of the risks: a slight increase in breast cancer incidence with older synthetic forms, mild clot or stroke risk only with oral tablets, not with patches or gels. Your doctor should review your health history, family risk factors and preferences. But for many women, the benefits far outweigh the risks. Making an informed decision. Here's how to take charge of your hormonal health. Number 1, find a menopause-trained practitioner. Not all GPs are up to date. 2, educate yourself. Don't rely on old news headlines. 3, track your symptoms with my free menopause symptom tracker at NicoleVanHattem.com. 4, be patient. It can take a few months to fine-tune your formula. 5, support your hormones with lifestyle, nutrition, movement, stress management and sleep. You deserve to feel vibrant, calm and confident again, not to simply survive this stage of life. And before we wrap up, here are some reflection questions. How did the 2002 HRT scare shape your beliefs about menopause? Have you avoided HRT out of fear or misinformation? What could change in your life if your hormones were balanced again? And who can support you in getting the facts and exploring your options? Pause and reflect. This is how informed change begins. From fear to facts, let's recap. The 2002 WHI study caused a global panic, but it was deeply flawed. Modern HRT uses safer, body-identical hormones and personalised delivery methods. Starting HRT within 10 years of menopause is safe and beneficial for most women. And you have the right to accurate information and supportive care. The time to reclaim your hormonal health is now, based on science, not stigma. If you're ready to reset your stress, your sleep, and your self-worth, download your free menopause symptom tracker at NicoleVanHattem.com. Take the Zinzino Balance test to explore your inflammation and omega profile, and join me at a hot and healthy retreat to experience what calm, clarity, and confidence really feel like. You're not broken, you're becoming, and I'm here to support you to live a hot and healthy life. Thanks for listening to Hot and Healthy Menopause. If today's episode helped you, please follow the show and share it with a friend who's also navigating the transition. And remember, you'll find my free menopause symptom tracker, retreat recommendations, and more resources at NicoleVanHattem.com. This is your time to thrive, and I'll be right here to guide you through it.